A long time ago, the martial artists of Junggu practiced their craft for protection. But as time passed, martial arts evolved. It became a tool for efficient killing, growing more intricate with every generation. Simple strikes transformed into complex forms, and the mastery of breath became the foundation of internal energy. Heirlooms of knowledge were passed down, recorded in books and scrolls, allowing martial arts to evolve further. Martial artists became more than ordinary humans. They could race through treetops like the wind, crush boulders with their fists, and fell trees with a single swing of their blades. These warriors of unparalleled skill were soon known as the people of Wulin. Over time, Wulin divided into 3 factions. The force of justice stood for honor and righteousness. The force of evil embraced cruelty and chaos. And then there was the demonic cult, a sect that sought nothing but strength. These groups clashed in an endless struggle for dominance. Deep within the forbidden 10,000 mountains, home of the demonic cult, a young boy fled through a dense forest. He looked barely in his teens, his torn clothes and bruised face telling the tale of a brutal beating. He was panting, his legs trembling with exhaustion. "Damn it!" he cursed as his path was blocked by 5 masked men. Their swords gleamed, their intent unmistakable. "You did well to run this far, Prince Chun," one of them sneered. The boy, Prince Chun, staggered back, his fury flaring despite his dire situation. "Why? I gave up on joining the academy. Why do you still want to kill me?" "It's not about the academy," one masked man replied coldly. "As long as you hold a claim to the throne, it is your destiny." Chun's grip tightened around a dagger he'd hidden, though he had had no formal training. Anger gave him resolve. If he was to die, he would fight back. He lunged at the attackers, but his untrained movements were no match. In moments, he was disarmed. One man seized him by the neck, another stomped on his abdomen, the searing pain bringing him to the brink of unconsciousness. Yet, as his vision blurred, a flash of white light tore through the air. The masked man holding Chun collapsed, his body split in 2. The others recoiled in shock. "What sorcery is this?" one shouted. The source of the attack emerged, a strange man in gleaming silver clothing. He moved with such speed, it seemed as though he vanished into thin air. Bolts of white energy struck down the remaining attackers, leaving only their lifeless bodies. Chun, drenched in blood, chuckled weakly. "Ha ha! Farewell, bastards." The man approached. Chun's blurry gaze took in the figure's strange attire and calm demeanor. "Who are you?" he managed to croak. "I'm your descendant," the man replied, "and I'm here to set things right." Before Chun could comprehend, the man produced a syringe. "You'll understand soon enough," he said, injecting it into Chun's neck. Another syringe plunged into his heart. Pain gave way to a strange, crawling sensation as the man muttered, "The Nano Machine will do the rest." A voice resonated in Chun's mind. "Awake, 34-4, 532, 5,832. Scanning user." Chun's body began to glow. The pain in his abdomen subsided as the voice continued. "Emergency detected. Severe wound. Initiating blood replenishment and cellular repair." He gasped as his body began to heal, the transformation unlike anything he'd ever imagined. In that moment, his destiny shifted. The boy who had once been powerless now bore within him the technology of the future, and the potential to reshape Wulin. Prince Chun thought he had met his end when a sword pierced his stomach, but fate had other plans. Zhang, the loyal guard of the demonic cult, sprinted through the forest with his movement skill, determined to find the young prince. When he arrived, the scene was both horrific and perplexing. The ground was soaked in blood, littered with the remains of masked men. Most were unrecognizable, their upper torsos missing, while one lay dead with a dagger embedded in his skull. Zhang's heart sank when he recognized the dagger. It was the very one he had gifted Prince Chun on his 10th birthday. The boy hadn't been taught a single dagger skill, bound by the oath forbidding him to learn martial arts, until he joined the demonic academy. Despite this, he had managed to kill one of his attackers. When Zhang spotted the prince slumped on the ground, surrounded by blood, he feared the worst. He ran to the boy, as he noticed something unusual. Though the prince's clothing was torn and bloodied, his body showed no visible wounds. "What is this?" Zhang muttered to himself. He inspected the boy further, confused. The blood soaking the ground had clearly come from Prince Chun, but his stomach was unscathed. Jang pondered the situation. Could the lord of the demonic cult have intervened? No. The lord never meddled in matters concerning the throne. Then who had saved the boy? The prince clutched his head as a sudden, sharp pain struck him. Jang noticed his awakening and smiled in relief. "Prince, you're awake. Are you all right?" But the boy couldn't respond. Overwhelmed by the pain, he fell unconscious again. The next morning, Prince Chun awoke in his quarters, drenched in sweat. He wiped his forehead but paused in horror when he noticed a dark, sticky liquid on his hands. It reeked of decay and covered his entire body. "What is this?" he exclaimed, recoiling from the stench. His panic grew when a voice resonated in his mind. "Master, are you awake?" He froze, glancing around the room. The voice repeated itself. "Master, are you awake?" "Who's there?" he stammered, looking for the source. He soon realized it wasn't coming from outside. "Is this in my head?" "That is correct, master." Prince Chun's thoughts raced. Was this telepathy? No, it didn't feel like the energy-driven messages he had heard before. He tried to calm his nerves. "Who are you? What do you want from me?" "I am the 7th generation Nano Machine, created by Sky Corporation to assist and protect you." "Nano what?" Nano Machine, the term sounded foreign and ominous. Chun's face paled as a disturbing thought crossed his mind. "Nano Machine? The evil god?" "Yes, I am Nano Machine." The boy's heart sank. In the demonic cult, the evil god was a being of ultimate reverence. Only the Lord was believed to commune with it. Was this voice truly the evil god? Overwhelmed by fear, Prince Chun dropped to his knees, trembling. Are you really the evil god?" he asked hesitantly. The nano machine paused, realizing the boy had misunderstood entirely. It would take more than a few explanations to bridge the gap between ancient beliefs and advanced technology.